Hey there, Tad Hargrave from Marketing for Hippies, coming to you from a park in Old Strathcona, Edmonton. So I just came up with a tool, and this I think is really helpful. I do a lot of these puttering sessions, one-on-one sessions, and one of the almost everybody calls me stuck around their niche and wanting help with their niche. And one of the things that I often have them do, because they think, well, what I do can help so many people and I don't know who to focus on. And so I'll often have them say, well, can you make a list of symptoms that your clients might deal with, the kind of things you could help people with? And sometimes that's a very long list. The first exercise I do, and I've done a video about this elsewhere, is you do a chart where it's up and down is how passionate are you about helping people with that issue, and then this one is how competent are you. And of course you ideally want to be working on an issue you're very competent in, you're very passionate about. But here's another way to look at the list of symptoms, and it's good to have multiple tools so you can see it from multiple angles. So here's another one. I call this the Symptom Evaluator because this is 2 axes. Okay, so here we go. So first one, we go from not aware to aware. This is how aware are they about the issue. So not aware means they don't even know you have anger issues. No, I don't. That's not aware. Or they come to you saying, I really have anger issues. It's messing up my relationships. That's aware. And then we've got not urgent to urgent. Yeah, so take a look at that. So what we want, ideally, is to be working on an issue that they have a high level of awareness about and it's urgent to deal with. The urgent thing is important. I mean, this sort of suggests that it's painful enough they want to do something about it. There's the old story about the farmer sitting on his porch and in a rocking chair, and a guy's lost in the country, and he pulls up and he asks for directions. The guy gives him directions, and the dog is sitting next to this old fellow on the porch. And the dog is and the fellow who's getting the directions is ignoring him at first, but finally just says, sir, I don't mean to be rude or presumptuous, but your dog seems to be in a lot of pain. He looks down and says, oh, yeah, he's sitting on a nail. And the man says, why doesn't he move? Oh, doesn't hurt that much. So that's a lot of us in life. It hurts enough to whine about it, hurts enough to bellyache about it, but we don't do anything about it. So it's not urgent enough. And then, of course, there's all sorts of issues we have that we're not even aware that we have, that a practitioner might be able to look at and see, yes, this person has this issue. They're dehydrated, but we don't even know we're dehydrated. Yeah, we may know we have a headache, but we don't know it's caused by dehydration. And again, the anger issues thing could be a very real thing, but it's not a symptom. So if you're not aware, that's not a symptom. If you are aware, that's a symptom. And we're looking for things that they are highly aware of, because if they're not, it's not impossible to reach them, but that's a longer game. So what do? The first thing you do is you make a list. If you're struggling with your niche, make a list of all the things people have ever come to you with. Every issue you can remember, go through your case files if you got them. Go through all your notes. What are all the specific scenarios, situations, issues, problems that people brought to you? And then you could also make another list of what are all the issues you'd like to help people, because maybe it's like, man, I've always wanted to help people with this, but nobody's come in yet. Make a list of those issues too. And once you've got those, you start plotting them in this chart. Yeah? You think, how aware are people about this issue? Because there's some issues that people are just really not that aware of. Dehydration, for example. It's more of a diagnosis, so if they're not aware of it, that's low. But maybe a lot of people are aware. I mean, if you have migraines, people are very aware of that. People are, you can look at each of these issues and like, how aware are they? Because if they're not aware, it's probably more your diagnosis, and that's a tougher road. So yeah, not aware. If you've listed it, that is the diagnosis. Useful for you, not useful in marketing. So that's the first thing. And this takes some real honesty. Wait a minute, do people actually register this issue? Do they say it in this way? And then how urgent is it for people? Now, of course, the same issue maybe have different levels of urgency for different people, but sort of in general, you want to be thinking, wait a second, how urgent is this issue? because, like bloating, okay, that's not maybe that urgent for people, especially if it's low level. So then you can start to refine it, and you can say, okay, wait, no, like really painful bloating, or they've had painful bloating for years, or painful bloating in this situation where that's not going to work. You can start to refine it to, number one, by which issues maybe inherently are more urgent than others, but also you can say, what's the most urgent expression of that issue? Yeah. And that people would be aware of. So this is ideally what we're going for is, let me just write this down. We got sort of the best symptoms. We got the worst symptoms. Yeah, we'll just do this. So, right, you can see this is a diagnosis. That's the symptom. These are the worst symptoms because there's not even a symptom. This is just your diagnosis, and they don't care. There's no urgency. Up here, they're extremely aware of it, and it's urgent. I need to deal with this pronto. And so you start to think about, what are the situations and scenarios in which it's really urgent for them to deal with this? What has to happen in their life? What are the tipping points, the breaking points? What's the perfect moment, the moment where they finally say, shit, I got to deal with this. I can't, not another day can go by until I deal with this. Because if you can find somebody who's aware they have a problem and it is urgent for them to fix it, there you go. This is going to make your marketing 100 times easier. So many people struggle with marketing because they haven't actually got any symptoms. They say, I help people have more balance in their life. Well, what is balance? Balance is like down here. I mean, are they even aware that they lack balance in their life? That's what you think they need, but is that what they are craving? Probably not. Yeah, and of course, with the symptoms, we could flip it to what are they craving, right? And it's the same thing. Are they, because you might want something for them, but they don't want it. Now, if they knew what it was, they would want it, sure, but they don't want it. So you can do this. So I guess that's another thing to do. You make a list of what are all the problems you've helped people with, what are all the problems you'd like to help people with, but you can also add to that, what is it that my clients want? What is the goal they're after? And what's amazing is I'll ask people that question, and then they'll write down all these things they want for their clients. I want it's basically, I want them to have more integrity. I want them to have a spine. I want them to feel peaceful inside. And it's like, but are they craving that? Are they coming to you saying that out loud? Or are they coming in a very specific situation, craving a much more specific thing? Because if they're not aware that they want it, this is what I call Island C. There's Island A, that's the problem. Island B, that's the result they're craving. And Island C, that's the thing you want for them. So here I am in a park. So Island A might be like, oh, the grass is all torn up and it looks really terrible. Island B is beautiful grass. Now, the grass is pretty nice. We're basically at Island B. But Island C might be food forest, community garden. And maybe the people in this community aren't even craving that, but once they saw it there, they'd say, oh my God, this is so much better. Wow, more art, So Island C is the thing that you see as possible that they don't, which means they're not aware of it. And so I'll ask people, what do your clients want? And they start listing all these Island C things, and it's helpful if you can get in front of people and educate people. Often then they really want it once they know. It's like a secret menu at a restaurant. You don't even know to order it. Once you know about it, those are your favorite dishes. But it's only for the best customers, So there's not aware, urgent, not urgent, urgent. Give this a shot. Play around this with this, both with the problems that your people have, the things they don't want, and the things they do want, and just see what you come up with. I'd love to hear what you come up with. It's a new tool. I've used it in a few puttering sessions, but not a lot. But I do think it's got some legs to it, so I'd love to hear what you come up with. Put it in the comments below here. I'd love to see genuinely what you come up with, or any tweaks or any ideas you have of ways this could be better. And that's it. You can subscribe, hit the red button, the bell icon, and you'll be notified whenever I do a new video. Marketingforhippies.com is my website. There is a ton of free stuff. And every Thursday, first Thursday of every month, I do my free First Thursdays. You get a call in and just 90 minutes of free coaching with me. No obligation to do anything else. I think that's it. Oh, and if you want to book a puttering session, they sell out very fast, but every few months I release some more sessions. They sell it in 4 or 5 days. So if you want to know, get on the advanced notice list, marketingforhippies.com/puttering, and you'll see at the top where to get on that list. That's all. Long video today. Thanks so much.